Before we begin the part 2 footage of the show, I thought I'd go ahead and give you a brief look at the goodies that I bought while I was at the show. First of all, I bought a t-shirt for myself, which I'm wearing, and I'll give you a moment to read that. I thought it was quite good. And then I also bought a t-shirt for my wife, and this is hers, which is pretty appropriate for her. She liked it. I also bought from Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy, I got their survival medicine handbook, which is excellent. I mean, you can see just how thick this is, and it covers just about everything that you'd ever need to know. And along with that, they gave me one of these bags, kind of a backpack sling bag type of bag, to carry it around the show in, because it is some pretty heavy reading. So that's kind of cool. And lastly, from the Prepper's Asylum, I bought this cool little stove here that I'll be testing out later on in another video. It folds up and unfolds, and you put it on a butane container or a propane bottle, long as it fits on the attachment there, and it all fits into this little box here. And I got that from them. I also got this air-dried mixed vegetables, which I intend to do a taste testing review on. I'm going to use it along with some other ingredients to make a prepper stew. So stay tuned for that. And as a bonus, they gave me at no charge this little bag of freeze-dried Granny Smith Fuji apples, and I will be taste testing and reviewing these as well. So that's what I got at the show, and so now on with the show.
Attention, with Shane Boko, B-O-C-O. Please report to the front. Shane Boko, B-O-C-O. Please report to the front desk.
To take these rectangles and make them into squares. So I want you to see when I stretch that, what happens to the rectangles. You see that? Exactly. It's a visual aid, and the ovals and the circles, same thing. See that? So you're going to pull it, grab it, and then pull it. See what's happening right now. Once you got that good base here, even if this folds up, you're not going to cut into the skin. You've got a wide base in the middle here, so there's not going to be any issues, which is really nice. You can put it on yourself. As long as you get that first wrap, you're good. And of course, if you're putting it on someone else, it's good. But if you let it turn, the other thing I like about this have a limit to the person that they can actually. So you have really skinny, like this would work on you. Probably 2 years ago, this wouldn't work on you. This would not have stopped your bleeding. You gotta have military guys, they generally would know. This one's also pretty easy. Doesn't have any instructions for you. Okay, alright, good. Anyway, this house is just back up there.
There you go. That way she got to be beautiful now. All right.
I don't think you got to do too much.
Is that Amy? She's
Okay.
terrible. It's 104 degrees outside.
Oh, okay, ready?
Now it's time for my special guest stars.
Hey, I am Joe Alton, MD, also known as Dr. Bones, and this beautiful thing is
Amy Alton.
And we are here to get you medically prepared. Our mission is simple: to put a medically prepared person in every family. We have an entire line of medical kits and medical education for the prospective survival medic. You know what? There are a lot of disasters that occur in the world, and I hope that you never get involved with one and never get in the middle of one, but anything can happen, and it pays to know what to do when the ambulance is heading in the other direction. All you have to do is look back at Hurricane Katrina, other events, to know that this is an issue and you have to be medically prepared.
Now, I know you have a YouTube channel because I'm subscribed, and that's how I found you.
Yep.
And I also know you have a podcast.
That's true.
Which I have listened to on more than one occasion. So tell me what else you do. And
we have a podcast called Dr. Bones Nurse Amy channel, and you'll see all sorts of videos there that might be helpful for you. Or
I
said both, YouTube channel.
I know, but you just said we have a podcast at Dr. Bones Nursing.
Oh, I said podcast. Oh, okay.
I'm trying to fix you.
All right. Hi, we have a podcast. We have a podcast called The Survival Medicine Hour. That's on Blog Talk Radio. We have a YouTube channel called Dr. Bones Nurse Amy. You can find that at Dr. Bones Nurse Amy, and we have lots of videos on that. We have over 800 articles, and podcasts, and videos on our website at doomandbloom.net. I hope you will check it out.
where will you be going next from here?
We're going to be in St. Louis, Missouri. We're going to be in Lawrenceville, Georgia. We're going to be in Cincinnati, Ohio. We're going to be in a bunch of different places before the end of the year. I hope that you can come by and visit with us and see some of the stuff that we have. It's awesome.
Well, I will. I will continue to watch your videos because it's the best medical preparedness channel on YouTube I've found.
Oh, thank
Well, thank you very much,
yeah.
and we're glad to be on Spec Ops 56 channel.
Appreciate that, and y'all have fun at the next one. And I appreciate you being on my channel. I really
Thank you.
do.
And thank you for what you do. I appreciate it.
Okay. Bye.
These things
We
are
won't
still
do-
going to exist. So you're passing on critical information to people you'll never meet. Generations from now, it's going to be there. It's amazing.
I just figured that 100 years from now, if anybody sees my YouTube videos, they're going to say, well, who in the heck was that nut?
No, they're going to say, thank goodness he told us this because it's still here.
Well, I hope so.
It's
because
there. It's there.
That's my main purpose is I like to be able to pass on some of the information.
And that's
that
what
I
you're
have.
doing.
Come back for more. Video. Nice.
Okay, if you are interested in colloidal silver, medicinal health purposes, you want to see John Glauser about 5 minutes or so, seminar 1. Jonathan's going to speak on colloidal silver for emergency preparedness.
I wouldn't mind going with
Check out
that.
Jonathan,
All right.
seminar 1, 10:45, seminar 1, balcony, upstairs balcony.
Right up there.
By the restroom.
You have just a one meal, approximately 1,300 calories.
Diarrhea.
This one here happens to be next to the smaller, or
Yeah, I think they're great. I sent them to my kids.
I don't have my. That's menu number 6. This is menu number 3, which is. That's what is laying there.
In those terms. Oh my God.
That is menu 1, and this is menu 4. Whatever is
Everybody said that she's epitome of she. The second one gets in and she recognized that she's in college. She's like, Mom, I was going to take care of me, right? I said, yeah, I'm going to take care of you. I see her. I said, but all your friends will come
My case.
I do want these two.
That's good.
I'm thinking about picking one of these little stoves up, and so tell me all about it.
I'm Joe Macaluso with Prepper's Asylum. This little stove is called a pocket stove. There's several of them out on the market that's made by different manufacturers. When it comes out of the case, you can end up just pulling all your little pot supports out and around. It screws onto a butane bottle. It has an adjustable valve setting here, and when you turn the valve on low and you hear the hiss of gas, you can just hit the piezoelectric starter and you don't need any matches. After that, You know, if the stove is put together, you can set your pot on the top, and it'll boil water, a cup of water, in about 3 minutes.
You say it will work with the little propane bottles if it'll
I'm
screw on
100% sure. If you've got a propane bottle that'll screw onto this, you know, little ones like this here, the old style ones that they used to put out, it should work without a problem.
Okay.
Because there's not much difference between butane and propane, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Great.
Propane happens to be a combination of gasoline, butane, and a few other stuff that they end up putting together at the refinery. This is the butane alcohol combo, so it boils off at a lower temperature. I think that's the difference.
All right. Well, then they're probably going to be seeing that in the near future in one of my YouTube video tests.
Well, thank you very
so
much.
I'm probably going to grab one of those. But now, as long as I'm talking to you, why don't you and your lovely partner here give me some information on just who you are, where you're from, some contact information, and what all you sell and what you do.
I'm Joe Macaluso.
Okay, I'm going to have to back up so I get both of you in here.
And that's Mary Macaluso, also my better half. We happen to be a preparedness outfitter. And what I mean by an outfitter is we don't just sell one item like a lot of the shops do. We'll carry a variety. We're like a general store of the prepper movement. You can get a hold of us at www.preppersasylum.com. We live in Anderson, South Carolina, and we carry everything from MREs, stoves, medical kits, blankets, packs, freeze-dry food, and that's about the size of it. Personal protection items, etc.
Okay, excellent.
Thank you.
And I think I'm going to pick up one of those mixed vegetables over there too. I can give it a try in a stew.
Understood.
And that'll be a video in the future also.
Well, we'll see how you like it. And
we'll
it'll be
that.
an independent review.
Okay, outstanding. So this is the Preppers Asylum in Anderson, South Carolina. There's the phone number. Give these people a call. They seem like good people. All right. Okay, tell me something about this brand of food, because I'm not familiar with the brand, and I am going to be taste testing some of that mixed vegetables, so I'd like to find out.
Well, the company's name is North Bay Trading Company, and they happen to be a company that puts their food together GMO free. They do everything in their own plant. If you're Jewish, they also do it kosher, you know, so they end up taking that into consideration.
I like the non-GMO part.
Yeah, you know, they've been in business for about 50 years.
Where are they located?
I think they're out in the Midwest. I'm not 100% sure because I order it, you know, online directly from them, and I don't have my glasses, so I couldn't tell you.
I certainly understand that.
My wife is being kind enough to give me
I have my glasses, and I can never read that tiny little print.
You know, they'll tell you what the ingredients are, you know, the nutritional factor, and
well, I'll be scanning the back of the package and putting that on the video so people can see.
Look like they're in Wisconsin.
Oh.
WI. You know, they've been doing it. I've eaten their food. This is an air dry mix compared to, let's say, freeze dried. They do it both ways.
Well, I understand the difference between freeze dry and dehydrated. What's the difference between dehydrated and air dry?
Well, they just leave it out and, you know, put it in the sun, let the moisture evaporate off, and then that's air dry. Or they end up taking it, put it into a heated room and evaporate it that way.
So out of all this, what's your favorite one?
I like the 32 bean soup. You know, for a pound, I've been able to feed myself for several days off of this. That includes my wife and I, and we eat wholeheartedly. It mixes 1 pound of bean soup to 1 gallon of water. You know, and of course you got to let it simmer and stuff, but I would let this soak overnight to rehydrate it, because it took about 7 hours to cook the beans.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that, and you know, how many people would one of those bags feed?
Well, 32 beans doesn't mean that it'll feed 32 people.
No.
You know, this is probably good for about 6 to 8 people. A serving of 6 to 8.
All right. Does it have directions on the back?
Absolutely.
To tell you?
You know.
Okay, great.
And it'll tell you, you know, what I did was I put the beans in the pot naturally, and after I did that, I just filled this up 8 times, you know, because it's an 8-to-1 ratio.
Right.
And that was my proportion of water.
That makes sense. All right, well, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm going to be picking up that mixed vegetables and try making a stew out of it. So,
and we're going to give you a package of the Fuji Granny Smith apples.
Oh, cool.
But I want a not biased opinion.
That's the only kind you get from me.
Well, that's the only kind I want.
A lot of people don't like that, but that's the only kind you're going to get from me.
Because I'll be honest with you, my wife and I eat the Fuji apples, and it's like eating crackers. We can't put them down. You know, like the old Lay's commercial, you know, I bet you can't eat just one.
Exactly.
Well, I bet you can't eat just one.
Yeah, you know, I did a review on some some freeze-dried oranges.
Yes.
That was like eating candy. I couldn't hardly stop myself.
And the same way with their other vegetables. Their strawberries are great.
Yep.
Their cherries are really, really tart and
bet.
sugary. But all their food is fantastic.
Well, I will definitely enjoy taste testing these.
Well, I hope you do.
And I appreciate the
Thank you
information.
for coming by.